What career is right for me? A few questions that can help you discovering your perfect career. Are you finding it hard to choose a career that matches your interests? No doubt you cannot take this decision without even assessing yourself. Otherwise, you would end up changing your roles or industries, which might be frustrating. Everyone has different types of personalities and interests, but there are a few questions that can help you in finding the perfect career for you. But before we get too far into it, if you're interested in more career-minded videos just like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe and notify button. Alright, so the first question that you have to ask yourself is, what do you love to do, or what is your passion? Now this is probably the most important question because many people choose a career and find out later on that they're not even enjoying working. Discovering your passion is basically a process of self-evaluation. Like, you have to learn about your values and interests. Remember, this is a time-taking process. No need to hurry, because if you choose the wrong career that does not match your interests, you will end up finding excuses not to work. This would be a frustrating journey for you. You should always try to get into a career where it should no longer seem like work. You just have to judge yourself on what is it that you do in your life that when you're actually doing it, you get so involved into it and you actually forget about the time. For an instance, if you really like computers, maybe that is a software engineering path for you, or you really love to cook, you should know about its career path. You might have a question in your mind that sometimes you have a passion that does not seem to have a career, like playing video games. If you really think that way, you should know about Richard Tyler Blevins, or Ninja, which is an American Twitch streamer and a professional gamer. He makes millions of dollars just by playing games. Remember, if you're really passionate about something, you will find a way, and if not, you will find an excuse. The third question that you have to ask yourself is that how many career options do you have? These might be traditional career options that require you to get a university degree, like becoming a lawyer, or it could be a vocation like if you really love to be a carpenter. You should get some basic information about each of the options that you have. Narrowing the list would make it easier for you to choose what is the best for you. Now you have to find out where there is a demand for such a career in the market. You must keep in mind that technology is rapidly transforming each industry. For an instance, automation is dominating multiple forms, from self-checkout to even hiring. On the other side, these improvements in technology are making our lives better, but on the other side, it is also a threat for most people. Like, most people are losing jobs, or like most jobs are becoming useless. As per the prediction of the World Economic Forums, within the next 3 years, 97 million jobs would be created due to the advancement of technology, whereas 85 million jobs would be lost due to automation. Therefore, you really need to think differently. Here, at this point, I would say that sometimes passion is overrated, something that can be cultivated. If you're really struggling to find something that you enjoy doing and also make enough money off of it, you can focus on the money and learn to enjoy the task as long as you are able to get good enough at it and somewhat matches your skill set and don't make you completely miserable. Now, the fourth question that you have to ask yourself is, what is the barrier to the entry? There can be different forms of hurdles in your way, like whether you need an extra degree or a specialized training. For an instance, if you want to start a computer business, you would need an initial investment. Therefore, you need to conduct a detailed research about your career and figure out what exactly it is that is going to take for you to get into it. There are plenty of sources available on the internet. Like, if you want to become an accountant, you can read the job descriptions that have already been posted on the internet and find out what companies are actually looking for and what is the entry requirement. The fifth question that you have to ask yourself is, how can you overcome these barriers? In short, this would be your action plan. So you have to lay out all the steps that you have to take in order to achieve your goals. It could be a roadmap for you, and we'll give you an exact idea about the steps that you have to take earlier and those that you have to take later on. For an instance, if you want to become a doctor, how are you going to manage all the finances or the degree costs? If you want to become a gamer or a streamer, how are you going to build up a computer or a gaming PC? You might be thinking, that's not a problem, but it is actually a problem for most of the students. Moreover, if you need the experience to do a job, how can you get that experience? Remember, each and every problem has a solution. You just have to be creative and don't think that you cannot do it. If the university degree is out of your range, then you can apply for the student loans. And if you want to start your own business, you can take loans from the banks or even your family or even friends. You need to make a bit of a struggle in almost every career. Sometimes it takes a year to overcome those barriers and do what you really want to do. The sixth and the final question that you have to ask yourself is, are you motivated enough to do what you really want to do? You must be aware of the fact that sometimes you have to make a lot of sacrifices to achieve what you always wanted to achieve in your life. If you want to start your own business, it will not grow in a couple of days. You'll have to make a lot of sacrifices, and if you're not motivated enough to face all the problems, it will be difficult for you to stay in the field, and you would end up shifting to other careers. Unfortunately, there is no secret to getting motivation. Everybody motivates differently, and so you have to find out on your own. After asking these important questions, you will surely end up having a couple of ideas about what you have to do and whether you have everything that it takes to get there. Sometimes you easily get to your destination, and sometimes you have to make a lot of struggles. But ultimately, if you're motivated enough, nothing can stop you. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I will see you in the next video. Take care and stay tuned.